It's me, Edward Jones, back in a new video. The Orange Menace. Excuse me if you hear my cough. I was had a chest cold or something. I was looking pretty rough past couple of days. I even had a lot more hair on my head. I cut all of it off. You know, back down to being real low. My wife, she liked having the hair on the all the hair I had on my head, but I said, nah, I can't take it. I gotta put the razor to it, you know. Which I didn't know that actually, if you let your hair grow out and you shave it, you get a lot less. You know, at least my hair, I get a lot less bumps. But, man, this past 2 weeks, oh boy, Trump is a juggernaut. He's accomplished a whole lot, you know, and he's going. In fact, before I even press record, I just got the news of 20,000 federal employees took the buyout. Trump he wants to instituting a buyout of federal employees to give them the leave. You know, basically don't come to work up until I think it's sometime in June or August. You know, so they basically they can just leave. You know, but don't, I guess, like, don't work right now. How is it? Don't work, and we'll pay you. You'll still get paid for the time. And the thing is, I think the idea behind it is that these employees are so destructive. Is more beneficial to just pay them not to come into work. If you can't fire them, just pay them not to come to work. I think it's pretty clever. You know, if considering how bloated the federal government is. Oh, but before I even get to that, first thing I want to talk about was the pardons. So there are a lot of people who are, they were for the pardons. There were many on the GOP side who are against the pardons because of the attacks on the cops. And where I stand. This is where I stand when it comes to the pardons. One, no one died. Well, no cop was killed. The only person that died was Ashley Babbitt, and she was on our side. You had some cops that got beaten up. Fine. The people who did that, they spent nearly 2 to 4 years, in either in federal prison or in holding. You know, many have been detained without even being charged with a crime. So they suffered enough. No cop was killed. They suffered enough. Let them out. And I think it was also a good idea to pardon. Pardon most people. I think around 1,500 people that were being, I think over 1,500 people that were being held. Some sentences were commutated. It was a good idea because of what Joe did in the preemptive pardons. The Democrats have no leg to stand on when it comes to claiming moral superiority. Whenever they want to critique anything that Trump or the GOP does, they basically greenlit Joe Biden giving a preemptive pardon to people who weren't even charged with a crime. From Anthony Fauci, what's her name, from Wyoming. Can't think of her name. Liz Cheney. For those involved being Benny Johnson, everyone who's involved in the January 6th committee, that sham, and all the evidence got destroyed. But they got preemptive pardons, and also Joe's pardoning of the 11-year pardon of his son. He's done so much. He's done so much he's caused so much destruction on his way out. He thought it was going to be something that was going to was going to trip Trump up, but no, Trump has been he hit the ground running. First thing was Tom Homan. Tom Homan's been a beast on the border and with the deportations. So much so that he got people self-deporting. And I also just got word today that Marco Rubio is talking with Bukele from El Salvador, the president of El Salvador. They're gonna start holding a lot of people who are deporting. He offered his supermax prison to hold not just people who are being deported from our country, but even violent American prisoners, violent American criminals. I gotta say I'm cool with that. I'm pretty cool. I'm cool with that. You know why? Because so much destruction has been done over the past 4 years that now we have to. I did a video years ago called Pinochet 2.0, where I said if the left gets if the left gets too out of control, you're gonna need the U.S. is gonna need another Pinochet because he put absolute fear into so many commies that were in Chile, a lot of them self-deported. And I said we're gonna need something like that if the left gets out of control, and we basically that's what we have. Not just, and not just the this was there's the pardons, the border situation is being taken care of. I think they said border crossings have dropped 93%. The buyout of federal employees, 20,000 of them have decided to take up the offer so far. Hopefully the number will climb. Doge is a wild pit, man. They had these guys. This organization headed by Elon Musk. They found out where all this public money has been wasted through all these useless programs and cinema and all this useless foreign and then come to find out that U.S. aid has basically been acting as an active measures agency against the American public and against other nations, and basically they've been using money to spread DEI, to spread leftist propaganda, to spread just commie garbage, just collectivist bullshit throughout the world, and it's the plug's been pulled on that. On top of that, I just got found out today. The Department of Education is about to be works on disbanding it. I remember there was a Reddit post. Speaking of Reddit, and speaking of leftists, that site is there are just epic meltdowns. You want to see leftist madness? Go on Reddit. Go on some of these subreddits they can't stop talking about Donald Trump. They can't stop talking about MAGA. They can't stop talking about the GOP. They can't stop talking about Americans in general. This video this video is madness because I'm trying to recall all this stuff that's been going on over the past 2 weeks, and just so much stuff has just happened today. Doge. So Doge pulled the plug on U.S. aid. For all the damage it's been doing to us and to the world. I'm pretty sure they're gonna uncover even more stuff. They had basically to break into the building because to get a hold of records. And then I found out that Doge employees have been their identities have been leaked. Hopefully those guys they've been taking precautions. Have which way they can to keep themselves safe, because I know there are a lot of leftists out there that are just itching to do something stupid. I think we're probably going to see more violence down the road from the left, because they're just they're losing. Oh man, they're losing so bad. I just watched them do the nominations for the Democratic National Committee. You talk about a clown show. You talk about being demoralized. The Democratic Party is on life support. It's a zombie at this point. I saw the freak show that they have on that committee is crazy. Everybody has to have an identity. Everybody has to feel like a victim. Everybody has to feel like they're fighting for some. They're fighting this. They're fighting. They gotta take the fight to Trump. They gotta take the fight to MAGA. No, you guys lost. You guys lost terribly. Oh man, the news is exciting again. The news is exciting again. Not just that, but then you had the trade. First of all, the quickest trade war between the U.S. and Colombia. What was it? What was it? Only like under 30 minutes. I think it was just under 30 minutes. 40. It was a 40-minute trade war. Because they didn't want to take their prisoners. So Trump's been using tariffs like crazy, and then he recently slapped 25% tariff on uh, on Mexico. First Mexico, then Canada, then a 25%, then a 10% tariff on China. And people thought that was going to be, you had Canadians protesting against American liquor, and a protest going on in Mexico, and then you have these people protesting in California, people basically out themselves out as legal aliens, protesting. They don't want they're not going back, but they're waving the Mexican flag. It is insane. And hey, Mexico folded. They're gonna now Mexico's gonna have is announced that they're gonna have permanent 10,000 troops on the border to manage the situation on their side concerning the border crisis. Canada has folded now they got 30 they're both in Canada and Mexico got 30 days temporary suspension of the tariffs so they can get their acts together. Nothing left. Haven't heard anything concerning China, but this so much has been happening. One thing I want to say is you're driving me up the wall. These people talking about the price of eggs is still high. Look, he was only I think Trump was only president. He was only president again for 3 days, and people kept complaining about the price of eggs. And I think before he even took office, there was this bird flu killing all these chickens. So yeah, I think that would lend to the price. The price still being high. And a matter of fact, if you complain about the price of eggs, get your own chickens if you can. Or buy locally. Do what you can. Do all you can to make sure that you're not a burden on someone else if you can help it. But I think the right's we're gonna have a lot of fun. We're gonna have lots of fun. Trump, the MAGA movement, everyone who's involved, from Tom Homan to Elon Musk to JD Vance. The future's bright. So what can I say? But hey, tell me what you think. Have you been this excited? For the past couple of days as I've been. Please share your thoughts in the comment section. Like, share, subscribe. If you want to help out with the channel, go to my YouTube homepage. Look for the PayPal link and the Cash App link. All donation amounts are appreciated. Any gripes, complaints, send me a PM. I'll see if you address them. But that's my video. The Orange Menace. The first 2 weeks. I'm Edward Jones. You guys take care. Be safe. Stay strapped. And God bless.